Today in Plants vs. Brainrots and Roblox, I have for you 30 tips that will help you tremendously in trying to understand how to play this game. Tips for beginners all the way up to tips for advanced pros. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel, and let's get into the video. Now, the first tip I have for you today is the fact that this game has an admin abuse event on Saturday mornings where we're most likely going to receive crazy plants, crazy brain rots, and who knows what else. I mean, it is Jandal who plays this game and owns this game and runs the admin abuse. And with the next update coming this Saturday at 8 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, I wonder when he's going to do the abuse. Is it going to be an hour early? Is it going to be right on time? And according to the staff on the official Discord server for this game, the admin abuse does happen at 8 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Also, bonus tip, the official Discord server does have a notification system for all the best plants in the game. Tip number 2 is really useful, which is why it's here towards the front. Did you know that you can equip automatically all your best brain rots? And this thing does 2 things. If you click in your backpack, this green right here, equip best brain rots, this will do the following. It will automatically unequip and equip all your brain rots, and it will automatically take all the money that all the brain rots have earned. Watch, I'll hit it again, and as you can see, you pick up all the money in each individual brain rot location. So you don't have to physically walk around through all the brain rots and get all the money. It's a nice button. Use it a ton. Moving on to point number 3, tip number 3, did you know that plants and brain rots all have mutations? And mutations actually matter a ton. If you sit here, you'll actually see the brain rots come out of this location with different mutations on them. And different mutations are worth different amounts of extra power. And for mutations on brain rots, you have normal, diamond, neon, gold, rainbow, galactic, and frozen. Now, as for which mutations are best, I'm going to assume rainbow and galactic. I'm still learning this part. But your plants, your defenses can also have mutations, and these can do different things. For example, this guy right here, this legendary plant, has a gold mutation, and he goes from about 850 damage up to 2100 damage, which is insane. And I took a picture of this because just the other day I was playing this game and somebody had a frozen mutation on their plant in their garden. And the frozen mutation on this guy was hitting the enemy brain rot and actually freezing them in place, meaning even on non-damaging units, frozen is an insane mutation to get on a plant. And the only hint I have of getting mutations on plants is RNG. I planted that eggplant and it randomly came up as gold. So a good piece of little advice, of advanced tip, when you get to the point, I would always buy seeds out of the seed shop, even if you don't need them. For example, I'm always buying up dragon fruit seeds, and what I'll do is I'll pick up my weakest dragon fruits and I'll put down a new dragon fruit, hoping to get, whoa, hold on, hi. That was a big boy. Yeah, don't be afraid to replant things to get seeds, to hopefully get cool mutations. Tip number 4, did you know that you can bat down your enemy brain rots? This is really useful early on, and it does a decent amount of damage. And not just bats, you can use other ones like the banana gun here to shoot pets. So for some reason not doing any damage. That's weird. Oh, they have to actually cross the green section for the banana gun to work. See, there you go. I would start to hit that guy for 100 damage every shot. Now, the next tip I have for you is that you can actually bat down other people's pets as well. This is a great way to help new players, give you something to do, pass some time. You can use bats, you can use any gear, any item on other people's brain rots. Ooh, tip number 6, this is important. Listen to me carefully. You definitely want to rebirth as soon as you can, as often as you can, especially the first one. Hitting the rebirth button shows you the requirements you have for doing the rebirth. And for the first time, I believe you need a Bombardini and a Tralalero Tralala, as well as, I can't remember the amount of money it was. But doing so makes it so that you get rarer brain rots to spawn all the time, faster money, and also expands your island. And the first rebirth unlocks this fusing machine as well. So if you take a look, this person has not yet done their first rebirth. They can have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 brain rots, fueling their economy. Meanwhile, I've done my first rebirth, and it gives me an additional 4 brain rots here at the back to fuel my economy. So rebirth as early as you can, and rebirth as often as you can. Moving on to point number 7, and I had to move this up the list because it's actually really relevant, and I didn't realize this until much later when I was playing. Did you know that, I mean, logically, when you only have one lane, you put 5 plants in that one lane, and you're led to believe, oh, I can do 5 plants per lane. It's not quite that way. I only have 4 plants in this lane. I have 6 plants in this lane. When you have multiple lanes, you can adjust the locations accordingly. The reason I've done this is I have access to this Tama trio who does 12,000 damage a shot. So as such, I don't need these other plants in this lane. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to pick up this dragon fruit and this dragon fruit. I'm going to pick up this eggplant, and then I'm going to move them into areas that need more help. I'll put the eggplant here, a 2.4 times size dragon fruit. I'll put that in this lane. A 1.6 times I will put in this lane. But what happens when I try and put down another dragon fruit? You get a message that says, too many plants, 35 out of 35. So you can always adjust the layout of your garden and put more plants in different lanes depending on who needs the damage, so long as you never exceed that 35 out of 35 cap. Yeah, this guy can just solo the lane. He's OP. Moving on to my next tip. My next tip is that it doesn't seem that positioning matters aside from the lane positioning. What do I mean by this? I can have this Tama trio here at the very front, right? I can put them all the way up to the front. I'll pick them up, and then I will go and I'll plant the Tama trio here right at the front. And what I mean by this is he will shoot in front of him, but if anything happens to get behind him, the Tama trio will turn around and shoot behind him. So it doesn't matter if you have the guys all the way at the back of the lane. Doesn't matter if they're in the middle of the lane. Doesn't matter if they're in the front of the lane. They will turn around and shoot behind them. Doesn't matter. Now, if I'm wrong about that, if there's some tactical advantage, let me know in the comments down below. Moving on to tip number 9, make sure you focus, especially in the early game. You focus on your economy. One of the most important things you're going to want to do is to buy new slots to unlock more spots for your Brainrots to make you more money faster. It's super important, especially after you rebirth, especially when you first start playing. Focus on getting better Brainrots and focus on your economy here. And then after that, you also want to focus on expanding your lanes, because expanding your lanes does 2 things. 1, it allows you to place down more plants, which is kind of cool, but more importantly 2, it spawns more Brainrots faster. Going from 1 lane to 2 lanes spawns twice as many Brainrots per minute, etc., etc. As you can see, I have max lanes open, and now I'm getting max Brainrots coming to me. And this is how you acquire money, and this is how you acquire better Brainrots to acquire better money, etc., etc. So focus on your econ, and then focus on expanding your lanes as fast as you can. Oh, and a bonus point, when you rebirth, you're going to lose your Brainrots, but you don't lose your plants. So make sure you got a nice, strong garden before you rebirth. You can keep plants. Kind of cool. Moving on to tip number 11, make sure you evenly distribute your damage amongst all your lanes. Like I just showed you, I don't need anything else in this lane because of this Tama trio, so I move things over to either side. You also notice I have this carrot guy, Mr. Carrot, under the secret, so I have less guys in front of him because he has 4,500 damage by himself pretty much and helps with this lane entirely. So I've got more guys on these sides because I don't have super strong Brainrots. And by Brainrots, I mean plants. I get them mixed up all the time. Point number 12. This is super important. Frost grenades are clutch. Frost grenades are king. Always have frost grenades on your hotbar. Let me demonstrate for you. Look at this guy struggling to kill this here guy. What you can do with a frost grenade is freeze them solid. And if you time it nicely, you can freeze them as soon as they come out unfrozen. What's going to happen? All the biggest, most valuable, most powerful Brainrots in this game have a ton of HP. For example, 10,000 HP. That's not even a ton. So what you need to do to make sure they die is freeze them in their spot so they can continue to be attacked by your plants here. So for me, a 10,000 HP guy is nothing, but there's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 HP guys. And when they pop up, you want to freeze them over and over and over again. Look at this guy. Perfect. 1.6. Let me help this guy. And by the way, again, you can help your neighbors, right? Keep them frozen in spot. Maybe go a little bit faster. Oh, perfect time. Look at that. Perfect timing. This guy's not even moving. He's frozen in spot. You can keep him completely chain stunned. And the grenade is an AoE. It hits everything around it. This is how you destroy pets, destroy Brainrots that are too strong for your plants, giving you even better economy once they're destroyed. Once this Tim Cheese is destroyed. Come on. There we go. Look, I'm here to help. And that was point number 13. You can help help your neighbors. Help his neighbor. Whoa, 24,000? That's huge for him. I really got to help my neighbor. I'm nice. I have way too many frost grenades. So I'm definitely going to do my best to help out my neighbor. It's a great tip. You can help out your neighbors by giving them Brainrots. You can help out your neighbors by giving them plants. You can help out your neighbors by swinging your baseball bat or using your frost grenades. Just like this. This guy clearly is not paying attention and doesn't have any frost grenades. It's super clutch and important to have, especially when you have something like this Giraffa Celesta. Now this guy is going to have access to this Giraffa Celesta because I came here to help him. And you know what? It feels good to help people. Kind of like the old days of Grow a Garden when you were helping each other as opposed to trying to trade pets with each other. Moving on to tip number 14. Take a look up there on that board. It says guaranteed legendary in 10 more spawns or guaranteed mythic in a bunch more spawns. There is a pity timer on mythics and legendaries. So the longer you stay in the game, the more legendaries and mythics that are guaranteed to spawn, even though many other ones will spawn outside of the guaranteed one. Moving on to tip number 15, you can gift things to new players. I love to help new players. For example, this dragon fruit. This guy looks like he could use a dragon fruit. Where is the player? Hello? Oh, there he is. Is that him? That's not his account. Where's the owner of this account? He's gone. I want to give him a dragon fruit. You know what, guy? Here you go. Have a dragon fruit. This will help you out. Take the dragon fruit. There you go. Another dragon fruit for your garden. Way better than your sunflowers and stuff. Help out new players. It means a lot in this game. Now, point 16 and point 17, I did kind of mention before, is that brain rots and plants have mutations. They also have the chance of growing huge. And the hugeness affects their value, affects their brain rot money generation, and affects how much damage they deal. I've seen people accidentally grow huge common plants, like a huge watermelon, and the huge watermelon was doing as much damage as my Tama Trio. It was crazy. So there is some value in continuing to replant things over and over, especially when you get on the seed shop, to plant them over and over, hoping for mutations, hoping for a huge proc. Speaking of which, I haven't checked my seed shop recently. Oh, that's a major tip. Make sure you're always checking your seed shop, which actually is point number 18. Always check your shops every 5 minutes. And when you're in the shops, go ahead and buy everything. The watering cans are great. We'll talk about those in a bit. The frost blower is great too, slows down enemy brain rots. And then come into here and buy up all the seeds you think are relevant. For me, I'm buying everything down below the dragon fruit seed, as I'm buying every time I come to the shop. Tip number 19, when it comes to spending Robux in this game, there's really only a couple things that are worth it long term. I mean, sure, you can spend Robux to get some plants off the hop, right? You can come into your shop and you can spend Robux, 749 Robux, to get a Tama Trio. I don't think that's the best way to use your Robux. What I would do, I would go into the shop and I would pick up extra space. That's super important. You can AFK overnight and have another 150 brain rots in your inventory. I think extra space is clutch and key. I would definitely get that if I'm spending Robux. After that, VIP is decent, 25% more money throughout the entire course of the game. That does add up over time. But I find myself in a situation where I don't need money. I'm sitting on $2 billion. I guess a dollar's in this game. And nothing in this game costs $2 billion. The Tama Trio is 125 million. So even though the extra money is nice early to mid game, late game, the 25% more money is not that useful. If you're going to be thinking about using these potions for better luck or faster brain rots, one thing I would suggest is you stack them together. If you're going to use a lucky potion for 2 times higher chance of brain rots, I would also do a speed potion to have the brain rots spawn faster. So you have, for those 30 minutes, you've got brain rots spawning faster and your guys shooting faster. So it's even there, and extra luck. So they kind of like compound on each other. Also, quick tip, if you buy these potions, they go into your inventory, then you have to use them out of your inventory to activate them. Tip number 20, the watering can item will decrease the cooldown of the growth of your plant by 25%. But that's not 25% of its original value, that's 25% of its current time. So they decrease in effectiveness the more you use them. So what I'll do is I'll use my watering cans to get the cooldown down to like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then I'll let their time finish off on its own. Because at that point, every time I use a watering can, I'm only cutting off like 15 seconds or 10 seconds or 5 seconds or what have you. It's not worth it as much at that point. There's diminishing returns, basically. Tip number 21, you can turn off animations if things are too hectic for you, or you can keep them on if you like them. So what you do, go into your settings, up to plant attacks. If it's on, animations are disabled, which is kind of counterintuitive. You can turn that off and all of a sudden animations occur. And sure, you can look at the animations and they're cool to see. But if you have lots of pets going on, if you have a weaker machine or whatever, the animations could slow things down for you. So you can just keep them off if you'd like, which I will currently do. Now, my next tip is going to be a very simple tip. Make sure you always stock up on the gear once you get to about mid-game and the gear is no longer detrimental to you. $7,500 is crippling to spend early game. There's no point. But mid-game to late game, always stock up on these things. You're never going to have enough water buckets. You always want as many frost grenades as you get your hands on and all of these things, including the carrot launcher, which is fun. We'll talk about that soon. Ooh, this is an important tip. Make sure you take the time to favorite any of the guys you need to save and hold on to so you don't sell them all. For example, here are my brain rots. If you look down below, I have a bunch of favorite ones because I find myself handing off things like Trallalero, Tralala, Emmatios, etc. to new players because I don't need them. Favorite your pets so you don't lose them when you walk over here. Let me just equip my best Brainrots. Nothing new seems to be in there. Come over here and you sell all your Brainrots. You don't sell your favorite ones, especially if they're like really big. Like this 137 kilogram, what is that, Berber Batapim? Or this 92 kilogram Madung. I just hold on to the big ones because it's fun. I'll give them to new players and they freak out. It's great. Now, this next tip is really important and I'm still learning how to utilize it to the best of its abilities. Make sure if you want to do some AFK farming, let's say you're going to walk away from your computer or your console or your mobile tablet, your phone, whatever. You're going to walk away from it for a bit. You're going to farm and you don't want to fill up on your inventory because when you fill up on your inventory, it's just you can't get any more brain rots. What you can do is you can open up your backpack, go to auto sell, and you can gray out different rarities. For example, I'm no longer keeping rares, epic, or legendaries. I'm automatically selling those immediately. I'm only keeping mythics and above. So when you walk away from your keyboard, if you're going to AFK overnight, etc., you can do that so that you come back and you only have mythics or godlies or secrets, etc., in your inventory. It's a great system. You can also do it for mutations. You can say, I don't want normal ones and I don't want diamond ones, right? You can also do that as well. Now, what are the best settings? I'm still learning as I play this game. Now, having said that, while you're actively playing the game, I wouldn't have the auto sell feature on. I would want to hold on to every single thing that I receive, probably above the rare quality, because if you take a look at some of my guys are just basic epic guys, but they're really big, and as such, they're really useful for my economy. And if I had epic disabled, I wouldn't be acquiring them. Like this epic gold Orcalero, I don't know the Brainrot names that well. I'm just enjoying the game. So when you're actively playing, don't worry so much about the auto sell feature. You can always walk over and sell things. Always make sure you click equip best Brainrots before you go and sell your stuff so that you're not accidentally selling things. So I did mention in the shop that you do have access to different things you can buy. A couple other tips. If you scroll all the way down, you have a group rewards button. If you click this, there's a 15% money increase rate. If you like the game and join the group, do that. 15% more money, super useful, super easy to do. Definitely do this. Another tip, the carrot launcher, which has 20 shots every time you buy it, can deal a bunch of damage. I've never actually tried how much damage it deals. Can I deal damage to things outside of the garden? Seemingly not. Has to be in the garden. The problem is I'm one-shotting everything. But apparently it also knocks back players. Let's test it. Well, first I'm going to try and shoot this big rare unit. Oh yeah, there's a big chunk of damage. But apparently it knocks back players. Let me just try it. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, this item is fun. No, bro. No, bro. No. Apparently you have to aim pretty good. Okay, that's fun. All right, that's a lot of fun. The next tip I have for you is that there is a sound cue. If you have your headphones on or you have sound on, there is a sound cue whenever something really rare pops up. It'll say tralala, tralala, whatever the name of the thing is. That's a big noobanini. So there is a sound cue for rare things that spawn. However, it also has the same sound cue for rare things that spawn for your neighbors. So there have been times I've been sitting here, have my headphones on, and I heard the sound cue, and I came in the game, and I helped my neighbor down a rare pet, just for, being helpful and stuff. Those are all the tips I have for you today. Hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully it was valuable for you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300 KOGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.